Are you ready to crush your Zoom, your social media? Good morning. Hey, are you ready to crush it on your social media for June of 2024? On today's video, I'm going to share with you 30 posts that you can crush it on social media for your June calendar. Now, some of these post ideas you can use anytime. Some of them are specific to June, and some of them are specific to June 2024. Now, on today's video, I'm going to share with you these ideas, but I'm also going to give you tips and tricks on how you can implement these into your social media strategy. So stay tuned, because at the end, I'm going to share with you something extra that I'm going to give you for free that's going to be able to give you more content than just these 30 ideas to get you rocking and rolling and crushing it on your social media. So let's get started, my friends. So let's talk about June daily posts. We want to engage your audience every day. I understand posting every day can seem like a daunting task, but there are tips and tricks at the end of this video that I will share that will make it so easy for you to publish your content that you're going to absolutely love it. So when we're talking about June, we want to make sure that we are posting consistently, that we're engaging our audience, and we have something every day. Of course, it needs to be branded and it needs to speak to your target audience. So keeping all of those things in mind, let's get started. Now, kick off your June strong. Start of a new month. And by the way, it is Dare Day. Now, if you need, I'm going to go through this really fast, but if you need more details on what Dare Day is, just do a Google search. But Dare Day is dare. I'm daring you to do something, or dare yourself to do something. Like, I got to dare, like go live, do a video, and have some fun on June 1st for Dare Day. Now, when you are looking at sharing something inspirational, I love inspirational posts, right? So when you're doing something and you're sharing something that's inspirational, you're helping other people. So remember, share something inspirational that speaks to your target audience. What is going to help them make their day better? Because that's really what we want to do. We want to help people make their day better. So if you are looking for something to share inspirational and you can't come up with it, figure out something that's fun and engaging and then post about it. Ask somebody, what is a challenge that you have today? And then figure out, well, how could I help them? And then share that inspirational message. June 3rd. Now, Pride Month is June. I am a major advocate for our LGBTQ plus community. And I want you to make sure, like, look, sometimes we may not understand other people, but we need to be an inclusive place. As a business, if you support the LGBTQ plus community, make sure that they know it. You can also add this to your Google business profile, by the way. But here, let's share something of how your business supports the LGBT community. And if you don't have anything that you're doing specifically, then share something that another organization is doing and show your community support for this demographic. Now, another day is June 4th. Here, share your favorite YouTube channel. Masteritmedia, you can share this channel. I would appreciate it. But that just being said, you can share any channel that helps you grow your industry. So you can share something that you found helpful. You can share something that you think other people will find helpful. Great way to grow your followers too, because that also will help. So I'm not talking about sharing your channel. I'm talking about sharing somebody else's. Of course, that's another great post idea. Share your own channel. Why not? Okay, June 5th is World Environment Day. This is the joy of going live, my friends. I decided to do this live because it is May 30th and I wanted you to have some of this stuff right away. But yeah, there's a lot of blah, blah, blah going on, and just give me some grace, my friends. So, World Environment Day is a day where you can share things about what is going on that makes the world a better place. This is something, again, it's different than Earth Day and things like that. This is how you can ask your audience a question and have them get back to you. I mean, engagement, engagement, engagement. Always think how you can help your audience and get them to respond. June 6th, share what you have learned from someone who inspires you and tag them. Oh my gosh, why keep this anonymous? But I put that in there just in case. Get permission, by the way, if you're going to share something about somebody. But I will tell you, when you tag somebody, that gives you extra algorithm juice. So make sure that you're looking at your posts and saying, boy, well, this person is somebody who inspires me every day, or inspires me to grow, or inspires me to do something, right? Or share something that you learned from that person. It's really great. It helps you, it helps them. Everybody wins, right? June 7th, share a quick tip that addresses a customer pain point. Wow. One of my favorite things, it's part of my help process. So there's a video I'll share at the end about my help process as well. That will help you create social media content. But the E in the help process is explore a pain point. I really want you to think about your customer's pain point and address it, and then share something to help them solve that problem. So addressing a pain point is really important, and make sure that you share your tips with them so that they know how they can overcome that pain point. Now, moving on to June 8th, that's World Oceans Day. You can educate your audience about this day and encourage them to share their favorite beach destination. Or look, here's the thing. We're heading into summer. When you look at the summer, you want to make sure that you are posting about it, like seasonal stuff. We should have things on our feed that is evergreen, but we also want to have things that are topical, like using a hashtag day, in this case, the World Oceans Day. But you also want to make sure that you have content that is seasonal. So something like sharing your favorite beach destination is a great way to get that engagement. And you may hear, oh my gosh, I go there. I go to that place. I love that place. It's so much fun. Have you gone to this thing? And when people comment, ask them questions. If you've been somewhere, like, okay, one of my favorite places to go is Lake George, right? And they have this awesome ice cream place called Martha's, right? So if somebody says they like Lake George, I may share that. I may also share that there's a great winery up there that I love to go, Adirondack Winery, right? When I do that, I'm tagging those people too. I'm tagging those businesses. I'm helping those businesses. I'm getting engagement. The person who I'm chatting with is getting a great idea and a great place to go. Win, 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 everybody. It's a great way to use social media to, guess what? Dun, dun, dun. Be social, because that's what social media is about. All right. And by the way, since we're live, if anybody wants to has a comment or a question, just please feel free to ask away. June 9th, it is another motivational day. Look, guys, we want to make sure that we're always providing motivation, but this one is a motivational affirmation. Something that's going to attract positive vibes, right? Always remember, people love positivity, right? They're attracted to people who have positive energy. You want to attract people who have positive energy. So do it. Post something that will excite and inspire them to make their day awesome, right? We want to be awesome. Don't you want to have an awesome day? I want to have an awesome day. All right. So, all right. I know I'm a computer person. June 10th is National Ballpoint Pen Day. All right. And look, I still love it when I get a handwritten note. I'm not lying, right? Look, I have a ballpoint pen. Yes, it's a fun ballpoint pen. And of course, it's purple and it's got little sparklies in it and it's got a little gem on the top. Ballpoint pens, will they be here in 20, 30 years? Who knows? But the computer's been around for decades and we're still using ballpoint pens, people. So, like I could do something fun where I have my favorite pen and I'm like using it and saying National Ballpoint Pen Day, people. We're still using old school technology. Hey, at least we're not in quill pen and parchment land. But it is National Ballpoint Day. So right, if they were to send a handwritten letter to someone famous, who would it be? Oh my gosh, like who would it be? Put in the comments. Who would you want to write a handwritten letter to? I mean, the first person that comes to mind, I got to tell you, I'll just give you a little insight into my crazy world. I I think it would have to be um, Mel Brooks. All right. The man is hysterical, right? And he's older, so maybe he'd appreciate a handwritten note. I don't know, but he is just such a funny guy. And I don't know, he just inspires me to laugh all the time. So, National Ballpoint Pen Day. Find a way to integrate that into your social media. There's a challenge. June 11th, share a book recommendation. Encourage your audience to share theirs too. Maybe you'll get a great idea. Now, okay, here's my thing. When you're looking at sharing a book, this is something that I would really think about your brand about and have a book that not only helps your audience, maybe it will help your audience understand your industry. This is a great way to get information about them. And when they share their book, you now find information about them. Remember, your social media posts shouldn't be always about pushing content out, right? It should be about receiving information from your followers. So when you're looking at your social media, make sure there is that two-way street. You want to make sure that you are pushing and pulling content out, because when you look at the answers that people leave you in your comments, that really is their way of communicating with you. Don't ignore them and listen to them and see how you can implement strategies that they share. So share a book, a good book. By the way, one of my favorite books is The Go-Giver. It's about giving of self. And in giving of self, you receive. Even if you don't receive anything monetarily, you receive the satisfaction of helping somebody through a challenge or a struggle that they're going through. That's why I do my YouTube channel, right? Like if it inspires somebody to contact me and sign up for, say, Painless Posting, which is our social media posting tool, great. If it inspires somebody to create better posts for their own business and grow their business, fantastic, right? So what can you do to give to someone else? So anyway, that's my favorite book, or a business book anyway. So let's go on to June 12th. June 12th, why don't you revisit your business goals or your personal goals and share a vision for your business, where you're going to be going, what you're going to be doing. And you can ask for engagement with that, right? Like get somebody to, ask about their goals, what they're looking forward to in the upcoming month, or in the, like we're talking about, like this is the end of the first half of the year in June, right? This is a great time to post things about goals and where you are right now, because we're halfway through the month. The year. June 13th, this or that. Oh my gosh, do I love a this or that post? Encourage your audience to engage by asking them to pick out their ideal travel destination. So you could say, do you like the beach or the mountains? Do you like country or city? Do you like Europe, or do you like Asia, right? Like, what are things that can help you find out more about your audience? Guys, it's fun, but also always keep in mind your brand. Always keep in mind, how can I find out more about my audience so I can help them, right? That's what we want. We want to help other people. So think about that for the this or that post for June 13th. June 14th, if you are in the United States, that is Flag Day. This is where you can talk and encourage your audience to share photos of their patriotic pride, maybe tagging you in their flag photos, sharing a post. This is a very one of those holidays that's not always it's it's not Memorial Day, it's not Veterans Day, it's not 4th of July. This is different. This is about the flag. So when you're looking at your social media, maybe there's a way to integrate that into it. You could also shout out, maybe you have a veteran in your group, in your as one of your clients, right? You can ask them, hey, could you share a picture of me with you by the flag, or maybe your photo, and shout out somebody. That's another way that you can do something like that on Flag Day, even though it's different. It's not Veterans Day, but it is something fun. All right, guys, June 15th, it is National Smile Power Day. The smile of the power, the smile of a power, the power of a smile. Here is a day. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. So I'm walking down the street in New York City, and I am smiling. I'm having a fabulous day. And the person I'm walking with tells me, stop smiling. You're in New York City. You're a mark because you're smiling. And I'm like, I don't care. These people need smiles. I'm going to continue to smile. And you know what? I know how to protect myself in New York City. Here we go, right? And I'm with a group of people. We're safe. But guys, the power of a smile, it can brighten someone's day, someone who may be having a rough one. So maybe, here's a great way also, if you have a team, this is a great way. Take a picture of your team smiling. Take a video of them smiling. Like go around and they say, hey, smile and wave, everybody. Say hi to our followers. What a great post idea. And then they get a little behind the scenes as well. So that's a double tip for June 15th. Now, June 16th is Father's Day. We honor fathers and father-like figures here. I don't think I need to explain how important it is to have a Father's Day post to tell your followers that you wish them and their families a happy Father's Day. Shout them out. You can also share a picture of you with your dad, or you with your son if you're a dad. Very cool. June 17th is a Monday. Let's get a Monday motivational quote going on. There are a lot of places where you can get quotes. Make sure you're quoting and you're also giving credit to the person who said it, or anonymous. Canva has some great graphics that you can use to go along with it. And when you're looking at doing Monday motivation, make sure you use the hashtags, because people look for Motivational Monday posts. They love them. So, at least once a month, try to do a Monday motivation, and check your analytics and make sure that your posts and see how well those posts do. I was very surprised that my motivational posts got as much engagement as they did. I didn't think they would. And you know what? They did. People are looking for it. So feel free to share. Now, June 18th is National Splurge Day. You can offer your product or service to your audience. Consider offering a discount too. Look, we want to make sure, I'm providing all these tips and advice on what you can do, but don't forget, you're selling your product or your service, right? We need to promote. We don't want to promote, and then people just tune out. We need to mix it up, some motivation, some tips, sharing some insight, asking fun questions, right? So with this National Splurge Day, what can you say that or offer to your followers or your people who find your social media posts that's kind of cool? Like, can you give them a little bonus? Can you share something a little extra? Can you give them a free ebook that you have that's exclusive to only certain people if they sign up for a certain day? I mean, the options are endless, people. Try to think of something that might inspire your people to follow you or buy your product or service. So June 19th is Juneteenth. Now, this is where you can really showcase the African American community This is where we can share that we're inclusive, again, like the LGBTQ plus, it being Pride Month here on Juneteenth. We also can take this time to commemorate this massive change in our nation's history. And I think it's important for us to have a post for Juneteenth. If this is something that you feel maybe, well, I'm not a Black owned business, what should I do? Share a Black owned business. I'm sure you have somebody in your network, or even better yet, one of your customers. Shout out their business, support the community, show that you care and that you're there to help them. If you are a Black owned business, my thing to you is share what you're doing, help educate people about how important it is that we celebrate this day. And these are days that sometimes don't get the attention that they so richly deserve. So keep that in mind and make sure you hashtag so that you're also trending, with that hashtag, and it shows how powerful that day is. Now, June 20th, share feedback or testimonial from one of your clients. Stories sell, my friends. Stories sell. People are looking for recommendations from other people. They want to know, okay, you can tout how amazing you are, my friend, and I am sure you are absolutely amazing. However, when somebody else says you're amazing, that is even better, because that other person is somebody that they feel they can relate to. So peer recommendations, your Google, your Google reviews, you can take them and use them. Tell a story. Make sure that, when somebody leaves you a review, you can use it. But if you're going to tell their story, I always say, just ask, hey, I'd love to shout you out on my social media. And by the way, when you do that, remember what you're supposed to do. Tag them on the different social media platforms, because it's so important to get more engagement. Let's move on to June 21st. This is National Daylight Appreciation Day. It's also this is also the summer solstice. This is a day where this is the longest day of daylight in the Northern Hemisphere. So if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I'm sorry. This is where we're talking about educating your audience about the summer solstice. Have some fun with this. Maybe, the sunlight, picture of you with the sun behind you, or is something exciting and interesting to share with your audience, because look, we all need the sun to thrive. I know sometimes I'm in my office all the time and I don't get out and enjoy the beautiful day. So this is a way you can enjoy the beautiful day and share it with your audience. Okay, June 22nd, showcase your top service of the week and draw attention to the benefits it provides. Remember what I said, you're there on social media to sell your product or services. You need to highlight it, but make sure that the focus is on the pain point of the client. Make sure your posts are addressing why this service or product is going to help them. So for example, with painless posting, when I talk about that, I just don't go into my pitch and say, buy painless posting. What I do is I say, I know how frustrating it is to be consistent on social media. And I know we need to be on multiple social media platforms. New ones are coming up every day. I help you make it easier by giving you the tools, tactics, and training to get your social media presence optimized, easy, and fast. This is a way you can promote your business by addressing the pain point. I'm still sharing about my business. I'm still sharing about my products and services. But here, what we're doing is taking it from the point of why they need our help. So on June 22nd, share your product or service. Share it all. Share more than then. All right. So June 23rd, share a quote related to rest and relaxation. Do some of these sound like fluff to you? They're not. Okay. And the reason they're not is because our audience needs to know we're human too, that we're not working 24/7, that we take the time to rest and recharge, and they should too. right? We all need a little bit of love and self-love and attention, right? So let's show what we do. Maybe it's sitting, in your backyard with a cup of tea, or you know, reading a good book, and maybe combine that, share a book post with the rest and relaxation. Here we go, right? You can do both. Now, June 24th. Oh my gosh, if you don't know, Maggie is a movie fan. I love going to the movies. I love watching movies. I love talking about movies. I love analyzing movies. I like watching old movies. I like watching new movies. I don't like watching horror movies. I can't do it. It's not that I don't like them. It's that they scare the bejesus out of me. So I don't watch horror movies. All right. However, share your favorite old movie. Encourage your audience to share their recommendations. Now, this is June 24th, and we're heading into 2024. I'm talking about now. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big Hugh Jackman fan as well. All right. So there's Deadpool and Wolverine coming out that weekend. I'm sorry, that's not that weekend. It's July 27th, I think, right? I already have my tickets. I'm a crazy person. However, I can post about how excited I am about seeing that movie, that it's a month away, and I can't wait. I can't wait, right? This is a way you can give a little insight to who you are. Great way. I love sharing movies. But if you're not a movie person, maybe it's a theater, maybe it's a sports team, maybe it's maybe it's because, like, look, baseball season is in full swing in June, right? What are things about you that you want to learn how to bond with your people, right? So think about that. I'm saying share an old movie, but maybe share an old baseball player, share an old football player, share a picture of you in Little League, whatever floats your boat. But when you do something like that, when you give an inside peek into who you are, your audience loves it. They will love it. They love to learn more about you. When they get to know you, and hopefully like you and trust you, they're more likely to buy from you. Now, let's move on to June 25th. We're almost at the end of the month. Reintroduce your business and what you do. I cannot stress this enough. What is your why? Why did you start your business? Most people will tell me, and it will start with this phrase: I started my business to help people with, right? Now, maybe insert, like for me, it's to help business owners simplify their social media. That's my goal. That's why I do what I do. Why do I do it? Well, because I was frustrated and confused about social media. And I said, there has to be a better way. There has to be a better way. I found it. I optimized it. I sold it. I shared it with people, right? Then I decided, well, there are a lot of people who can't afford our services. How can I help them? And that's how painless posting came into play, right? This story helps people understand my journey. Again, when you let them in and let them understand who you are, they're going to be more likely to buy from you, or follow you at least, right? And maybe somebody will come across your post that isn't a follower. Perfect. Maybe that post will inspire them, and that would be lovely. Now, these are, again, one of my top posts, and this is something I suggest you have at least once a month. If not, if you can't do once a month, once a quarter, and ask me anything, or an AMA. This encourages engagement by asking the audience, in this case, I'm asking, what's the best place you've ever visited? But you can have them ask you anything. Ask me anything. Do you have a burning social media question? Ask me. And hopefully they'll reply in that post, or they'll DM you. Sometimes people feel, so for example, we have hair restoration clients, right? And some people are very sensitive about their hair loss, and they may not want to share it on a public venue. Well, guess what? Tell them to DM you, right? So if you're somewhere where maybe it's in the health field or something like that, make sure that you're sharing that with them. Because I really do think that's awesome. And thank you, freelancer Ashik, for saying nice. I appreciate you popping in. We are live today, so if you want a little shout out, make sure you comment. All right, so let's keep going. So that was the ask me anything. Make sure that you are uh, communicating. Remember, social media is meant to be social. So ask and you shall receive. All right, June 27th is a throwback Thursday. Now, you could also do then and now pictures in this particular throwback Thursday, but share an old picture and tell a story about how it was like when you started your business versus your reality now. So, I actually have a photo of me working on a Wednesday night before Thanksgiving as I was struggling to come up with Black Friday sales to promote to my audience and and Small Business Saturday, please, sending out that, creating those posts the day before Thanksgiving. I was so behind the eight ball. It was so old. Like it was too late. Right. And that picture I use all the time. At the time, I'm like, look at me, I'm posting on Saturday. No, it was terrible. Like I use that photo now to share to say, look, this is where I was, and this is where I am now. And that photo is a photo I share quite frequently. I also used to own a theater company. I could share that story. I could share the fact that I used to own a digital publication. These are things that kind of, and then how do those things fit into my business? Those are things, again, you're giving insight into how the evolution of your business, which is so important and interesting, right? People love a good story, right? People love a good. That's why we read books. That's why we listen to podcasts. That's why we, go to the movies, and it's just fun. Like people want to be entertained on social media. So guess what? June 28th is a Friday. So it's TGIF, but also it is the last Friday of the month. What are their plans? Hey, we are heading into summer. So that is a great post for a TGIF. See if you can get them to share some things that they're looking forward to on their summer plans or their journeys in summer, or what are some exciting things. Why do they love Fridays? Do they hate Fridays? Some people hate Fridays. I know I don't like traveling on a Friday, but I will tell you I love a Friday because that's a time where I do what I call my follow-up Fridays. That's where I reconnect with people who are interested in my products and services that maybe they haven't had a chance to get back to me, or life gets busy, right? We understand that, but you got to keep reaching out to them. Remember, I talk social media all the time, all the time. And I know you guys get sick of it sometimes, but when you're sharing about social media, what about who you are and what you do, you also have to remember to do the other things too, not just social media. All right. So have fun on the last Friday of June. June 29th, encourage engagement by asking your audience the best place they have ever visited. Again, we're talking about summer here. We're talking about keeping in and, keeping up with a lot of people are in vacation mode. So if they're in vacation mode, you need to understand that. You need to understand your audience and maybe share things that they want to talk about because they're in vacation mode and they want to talk about the best place they ever went for vacation. Now, June 30th, my favorite business day of the year, social media day. It is to promote all your social media accounts and let your audience promote theirs too. Guys, dun, dun, dun. That is June, right? I always have a day in, June 30th, unfortunately, is a Sunday, so I wouldn't have a class on a Sunday, especially not in the summer. But I will be teaching a class by the end of June, probably on that Friday, June 28th, where I'm going to be sharing some great tips on social media. I'm taking advantage of the trending day, and I encourage you to do the same. So your June is here, it's set, it's done. You're happy. You've got all these ideas that you're going to be writing out. And I told you I was going to share with you some things to help you, and these are them. So my painless posting system also has this cute little guidebook where it helps you with writer's block. So if you need more ideas that you can have that are evergreen, that aren't dependent upon the day, this is a great place for you to go. Just scan that code or go to painlessposting.com/guidebook. The link is below in the comments. And also remember, if you struggle with your social media, Painless Posting is such a great system. Not only does it give you the tools, so it gives you a tool that helps you post and be consistent across up to 8 different platforms, and you can have unlimited social media accounts on there. But we also have a university, and we also have weekly group sessions. This is a way that we help you with strategy. So you get the tools, the tactics, and the training all in one place. So if you're wanting to simplify your social media process, make sure you reach out to me, Maggie Carey. I will help you take the commotion out of your promotion. And by the way, like I said, I was going to share a video. It's here. Please make sure you check it out because I think it will help you. If you found this helpful, give us that thumbs up, like our videos, share a comment, and share some June posts that you're making. I would love to see them. Ta-ta for now. See you next time.